Peace be upon you, dear viewers. I hope this message finds you well, wherever you are in the world. Today we are sharing a story that will deeply touch your heart, one that has moved people from all corners of the globe. It's not just a story of survival, it's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the unwavering faith of an entire community, and the remarkable unity they've shown despite the impossible challenges they face. Before we begin, let me ask for a small favor. If this story resonates with you, or if you found inspiration in it, we would love for you to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. And if you've enjoyed our previous videos, drop a yes or in the comments below. Your thoughts, your engagement, and your support truly make a difference. We genuinely appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Now let's talk about Gaza, a place many of us have only seen in the news, but its people are much more than just headlines. Gaza has experienced devastation beyond measure. Families have been torn apart, homes reduced to dust, and the daily struggles are unimaginable for those who haven't lived through it. Yet amidst this chaos, the people of Gaza have shown a resilience that can't be captured by mere words. Their strength, their faith, and their will to rebuild their lives are nothing short of miraculous. This incredible journey began with a simple but profound statement. The residents of Gaza rejected the aid offered by none other than the former U.S. President, Donald Trump. This was not just any rejection. It was a defiant stand against those they deemed as their oppressors. "We do not need your help," they declared. "We will rebuild our homes with our own hands, and we will never place our trust in those who have caused us pain." These words were not just spoken. They were a declaration of self-reliance, dignity, and pride. To understand the significance of this rejection, we must first consider the magnitude of the destruction in Gaza. Entire neighborhoods, once filled with life, are now reduced to nothing more than piles of concrete and twisted metal. Families have been displaced, their homes flattened, their lives upended. Streets that were once alive with laughter and the bustle of daily life now stand eerily quiet. Yet even amidst this devastation, the people of Gaza have found a strength that defies all odds. They have found hope in the most unlikely of places. In the days that followed their bold rejection, the people of Gaza came together, not as victims, but as survivors. They gathered in their communities, each person contributing in their own way to the rebuilding efforts. The work was grueling, the debris was heavy, and the physical toll was immense. But they did not complain. They did not waver in their resolve. Instead, they worked tirelessly, their hands calloused and their faces streaked with sweat. And as they labored, their voices rose in unison, chanting Allahu Akbar, their faith carrying them forward when their bodies began to tire. What makes this story even more remarkable is that, in the midst of this labor, the people of Gaza began to uncover something truly extraordinary. As they cleared the rubble, they discovered a golden stone buried deep beneath the destruction. The sight of it was nothing short of miraculous. At first, the people could hardly believe their eyes. A golden stone? How could it be? The land, scarred by years of violence, seemed to offer up this treasure as a sign of something greater. Word quickly spread, and the discovery of the golden stone became a symbol of hope. It was as though the very earth beneath their feet was offering them a lifeline, a reminder that, even in the darkest of times, blessings could emerge. The people, inspired by this unexpected discovery, worked with renewed vigor. They no longer saw themselves as defeated. They no longer saw their situation as one of endless suffering. Instead, they saw an opportunity, not just to rebuild their homes, but to rebuild their lives, their futures, and their community. As they continued to dig, more golden stones began to surface. Each one was a reminder of their strength and perseverance. With every stone they uncovered, their belief grew stronger. It was as if the universe itself was affirming their efforts, rewarding them for their unwavering faith and determination to rebuild not just homes, but lives. But the golden stones were not the only miracle that emerged from the rubble. While clearing debris from one particularly devastated area, the people of Gaza made another extraordinary discovery. Beneath a pile of rocks and dust, they uncovered the body of a martyr, a man who had been buried for over a year. But what made this discovery so powerful was the preservation of the body. Despite the time that had passed, the body remained fresh, and a sweet fragrance filled the air. It was as if the earth itself was honoring the sacrifice of this person. They were not just building homes. They were honoring those who had fallen, those who had given their lives for the cause. The moment was deeply moving. The people of Gaza stood in stunned silence as they beheld the body of their fallen comrade. His body, though lifeless, emitted a sweet fragrance, a sign that he had been honored by Allah for his sacrifice. This moment, one of profound reverence, brought tears to the eyes of all who witnessed it. The martyr had been holding a Quran to his chest when he was buried, a symbol of his unwavering faith. As they buried him once more, the people of Gaza prayed for his soul and expressed their gratitude for his sacrifice. The discovery of his body, preserved and fragrant, became a symbol of their strength and their unshakable belief in the face of unimaginable hardship. In the wake of these discoveries, the people of Gaza found themselves not only rebuilding their homes, but also rediscovering their sense of community. Strangers became friends. Friends became family. They worked together, side by side, with a shared purpose and a deep sense of mutual respect. They shared meals, exchanged stories, and offered each other support in ways that went beyond the physical labor of reconstruction. It was clear that this effort was not just about rebuilding homes. It was about rebuilding hope, restoring faith, and reaffirming the bond that held them together as a people. The children of Gaza, though too young to lift heavy stones, also played a vital role. They brought water, handed out tools, and helped in any way they could. Their laughter filled the air, a beautiful sound that reminded the adults of the future they were fighting for. These children, who had witnessed the horrors of war and destruction, were now part of the rebuilding process. They were learning the value of perseverance, of unity, and of never giving up in the face of adversity. As the people of Gaza continued their work, they faced many challenges. The weather was harsh and resources were scarce. The work was physically exhausting, and there were times when the people were unsure if they could continue. But through it all, they never lost sight of their goal. They were not just rebuilding their homes, they were rebuilding their lives, their community, and their future. The golden stones that they uncovered became more than just treasures. They symbolized the resilience of the human spirit, the power of faith, and the strength that comes from unity. Each stone was a reminder that, no matter how dire the situation, there is always hope. There is always a way forward, even when the path seems impossible. As the days passed and the rubble continued to clear, the people of Gaza found themselves not only rebuilding their homes, but also transforming their community. They were building something stronger than just walls and roofs. They were building a future filled with hope, with love, and with a deep sense of pride in who they were and what they had accomplished. They had proven to themselves and to the world that nothing could break their spirit. They had shown that, even in the face of destruction, the human spirit can rise above, rebuild, and find light in the darkest of times. So what can we learn from the people of Gaza? It is simple. Never give up. No matter how difficult life becomes, no matter how insurmountable the obstacles may seem, there is always a way forward. When we come together, when we support one another, we can overcome any challenge. The people of Gaza have shown us that resilience, faith, and unity can move mountains, and that even in the face of unimaginable hardship, we can find strength, hope, and the will to rebuild. As we wrap up this powerful story, we remind you once again to subscribe to our channel and engage with our content. Your support helps us bring more stories like this one to the world. If this story inspired you, please let us know by commenting below and subscribing to our channel for more. Thank you for joining us on this journey of hope, resilience, and faith. May peace and blessings be upon you all.